Happy Holy Hump Day on this February 8th, everyone. I'm Pastor Robert. Welcome to this midweek time where I can share some spiritual thoughts and reflections with you. It's hard to believe, but just 2 weeks from today, on February 22nd, we will be observing Ash Wednesday, and we will be holding Ash Wednesday services here in our beautiful chapel. And Ash Wednesday marks the beginning of the 40-day season of Lent that will last up until Easter Sunday, which this year is on Sunday, April 9th. And we're going to be using a sermon series title that's called When I Survey the Wondrous Cross, written by the very prolific hymn composer Isaac Watts, who lived during the 1600s and into the 1700s. And so I want to show this sneak preview of our sermon series for the season of Lent that's called When I Survey the Wondrous Cross. When I Survey the Wondrous Cross is a hymn that was written by one of the greatest hymn writers, Isaac Watts, who lived in England during the end of the 1600s and into the 1700s. I got the idea to do this series because, first of all, it's a great hymn, and secondly, it will give us all an opportunity to not only survey the wondrous cross, but also different areas of our lives as we prepare for Easter. Each of these areas of our lives that we will be invited to survey are based on the appointed scripture readings for each of these Sundays. Here's the 7-week sermon series schedule. It begins on February 26, when we will survey My Temptations, and it will be based on when Jesus was tempted by the devil in the wilderness. Then on March 5, we will be looking at When I Survey My Faith, which will be based on when God called Abram and Sarah to step out in faith and begin a new nation, even though they were well past childbearing years. Then on March 12th, we will focus on When I Survey My Spiritual Thirst, which is based on when Israel was in the wilderness and God provided water for them, and when Jesus met the woman at the well and offered her living water. On March 19, our theme will be When I Survey My Heart, and that will be based on when God called on the prophet Samuel to select the next king of Israel, not based on any outward appearances, but on the person's heart. On March 26, the theme will be When I Survey My Grief, and that will be based on the story of when Jesus' friend Lazarus died. Then the following Sunday will be Palm Sunday, which is April 2nd. The theme will be When I Survey the Wondrous Cross, which is based on the story of when Jesus died on the cross for the sake of the world. And then our Season of Lent series will conclude on Easter Sunday, April 9th, and the theme will be When I Survey the Wondrous Empty Tomb, and that will be based on the story of when Mary found the tomb empty, and she was the first to share this good news with others. Well, I hope you enjoyed that sneak preview of our upcoming Season of Lent sermon series based on that Isaac Watts hymn, When I Survey the Wondrous Cross. I'm really looking forward to it. If you remember, this past Advent, I also used a hymn, and that was by Charles Wesley, Come Thou Long Expected Jesus. And I really enjoy focusing on these great hymns of faith because these hymn writers were incredible poets and creative writers in helping us to explore the deeper meaning of our faith. And so I look forward to beginning this Season of Lent sermon series with you in the next couple of weeks called When I Survey the Wondrous Cross. I invite you to join us for worship this Sunday at either 9 o'clock here in our beautiful chapel or 10:30 in our beautiful sanctuary. And we also have a 10:30 live stream that will be on our church's YouTube channel. If you need to use that option, that will be available. Our worship theme will be Next Steps, and we're going to focus on Deuteronomy chapter 30, which is our appointed Old Testament scripture reading, and it's where the Israelites are about ready to enter into the promised land. And so may God bless you as we will be preparing to enter into the season of Lent in just a couple of weeks.